So this is where the LRM, or linear to rotary motion conversion mechanism, first started. It's a crude prototype, but it does something kind of interesting, which, even though it's been around a few years, we can look at and demonstrate. If you notice, these little gears here go in the same direction constantly. And that is whether I move this lever a little bit or a lot. And it doesn't matter which direction I move the lever in. So a little bit of motion, any direction, is summed into rotation in one direction, which it also does it at a constant torque, which is more efficient than a crank mechanism. And the other thing that's interesting about it is, if you can have a motion conversion linear to rotary that takes any frequency input and converts it, that means you can change torque and speed ratios in the linear, or this back and forth part of your motion. So what's wrong with this is it doesn't freewheel, and it doesn't, say it's kind of locked up, and it doesn't reverse. So it just does this in one direction. So then we came up with something else, which is the same ideas that are incorporated in the first prototype, which is a device to convert motion, and it's working off of differential forces to do that. And this is our first experiment in controlling what direction things go in. So this, even though it has these little generators, it doesn't run on batteries or anything like that. The only power input is right here. So currently I'm moving this lever, which is the linear input side of this mechanism, so this lever right here. And there's a little bit of sputter in that wheel, but it's mostly undriven. So this would represent driving something. So if I flip the switch, the wheel rotates in one direction. If I flip the switch the other way, the wheel changes direction. That leads to being able to make devices that you can control direction pretty much instantaneously. And the wheelchair is the first device that we're applying this drive mechanism to.